Neil Warnock says Aberdeen can break Celtic and Rangers' monopoly, and he outlines two key factors. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. In the Old Firm, no one wins the league these days other than them, and you could argue other than Celtic who wins the leagues without Rangers a few seasons ago. But in all seriousness, it is the Old Firm that's dominated Scottish football for a long time. And to be honest, the last time a team outside the Old Firm won it, it was the early 80s. And guess what? That's around the same time Neil Warnock has became a manager. It just shows you how long ago that was and how long ago it is crazy. And do I agree with Neil Warnock when he says the Dons are a long way off challenging the big two, but Warnock believes a third force can emerge in the coming years. I mean, I think there's a half decent chance that a team could, but I don't think it's Aberdeen. I think it would be Hearts. What you need a team to consistently finish third, get that guaranteed European money, keep a hold of players like Lawrence Shankland, and do it that way. You're not going to challenge the Old Firm like out the blue. I don't think. I think you need years of consistency. Like you seen with Rangers when the Rangers came back up, they didn't challenge Celtic straight away. They needed years, and that's what you do because that's essentially the state these other clubs are in now. I would say at Hearts, right, and I think Aberdeen's got a good team. I just think with Barry Robson, he's shite. I think the Hearts and and Aberdeen teams are much stronger than the Rangers team that first came up. Obviously, I do believe. I mean, Craig Gordon, Shankland, Halkett. Those players are quality, even though Halkett can never stay fit. I think you just need a team like Hearts to keep a hold of their key players, sign good, and then hopefully over a couple of years they would be able to challenge the Old Firm. Now, as it goes on to mention about Sir Alex Ferguson's legendary Don side, 1983-84. The Glasgow Giants have shared 38 league trophies between them since then, which is massive. But Will Warnock said, I think it's possible to break into the big timers, but I think it would take anybody time to do that. I haven't looked at the top 2 or 3 games now. I can certainly see players I've had under me relish the challenge up here. He says, that's the big thing for a club like Aberdeen, Hibs and Hearts. Are you challenging the top 2? I've not had a long time to look beyond that. I've got enough to do just looking at the players and seeing if I can get the best out of the group and who to play and who not to play. Asked who he would take. I think it's a mixture. Any club you go to, I think the recruitment's got to be excellent, really, and liaisons with the manager. Then it's all about options, really. My opinion would probably be different on a player than another manager. I like my leaders at a club. I like people to stand up and be counted during the game. We haven't really got many of them here. We've only really got Graham Shinney that does that at the club. They are a genuine bunch, so I just have to move on with that. There will come a time, I'm sure, when Dave and Alan will ask me certain things about what I think, and I'll be straight up with them. There's no point in denying. I'd imagine it'd be an eye opener, but I would definitely try and tell the truth, and that is the end of the article. And I mean, it's been 40 years since someone other than the Old Firm, won the league. Near enough 40 years. Is it going to change anytime soon? I mean, history would say not. You got to look at it. If no one won the league when the Rangers went down and it was just one team that had to take on, then how is it ever going to happen? You just assume that the Old Firm always constantly. I think if a player or consortium, something like that comes in, we've seen it Hibs with the whole Bournemouth thing, I think then you've absolutely got half a chance of it. But without like a consortium or like a proper takeover, it's going to take. Would you be surprised that in the next 40 years, the only 2 teams to win league titles are Rangers and Celtic? I mean, I wouldn't be. I mean, in 40 years, I'll be what, 63? Well, I'll be sitting on my 63rd birthday looking at this, being like, you know what? See that YouTube video I made then that made me all my millions? It was right because I said there wouldn't be a team outside the Old Firm. I mean, I don't even think you need something on the likes of Leicester for it to happen. But you always hear about the likes of, Pep Guardiola is the greatest manager of all time. I think if a manager came into Aberdeen or Hearts and won the league against the Old Firm with an inferior squad, that would put him for me like so high. Like if Guardiola came in, see winning 27 Premier Leagues back to back with Man City, who've clearly got the best squad in England. That does nothing for me. I mean, Guardiola's every team he's went to has been the dominant force. City, Barca, Bayern. Now you could argue who's made them the dominant force, but the realistic thing is it's money that's made them the dominant force. If he came into Aberdeen, right, or Hearts, and won the league, like back to back or just won it in general, you'd have to hold your hands up and say, holy moly. But for me, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But until next time, peace.